Hello guys, Conjo64 here. Today I'm going to be doing part 7 of What If Deku was Springtrap. But before I start the video, this video is a backflash. Well, probably most of it. So let's begin. Okay guys, this is Vanessa. Okay, before we do, we go back 2 years into the past. When their second year of middle school on the same day, that same tragic day. But instead of, we start with Vanessa. She is hanging out with her friends, chatting, having fun, and just staring at Midoriya. One of her friends is like, yo, Vanessa, you gonna ask him out? You keep on you stare at him every day. She's like, no, I'm not gonna ask him out. I'm too afraid. And one of the other girls like, of course you're afraid. You don't have the guts to. Well, it's kind of funny, or it's kind of weird. I don't get why you like a quirkless loser. He's quirkless, but he's not a loser. He's a nice guy. And sweet too. Whatever. One of the girls say. Vanessa, the day ends and Vanessa heads out to go home. But before she does, she sees Izuku running. She's like, oh, Izuku. Huh? He's like, hey, Deku. No, not Deku. I gotta go do something real quick. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, Roger says, Midoriya, get your ass back here! And, yep, and the guys run off. She tries to follow them, but of course she doesn't have a lot of stamina yet. So she's running, and she gets lost in the middle of nowhere, aka in the woods. She's like, wow, where the hell am I? Why would they run into the middle of nowhere? She's walking until her phone rings. Ring. She answers the phone. She's like, hello, Vanessa? Where the hell are you? Oh, hey, mother. Hey, what's up? Question. Where are you? I want to know now. I'm hanging out with some friends. Oh, really now? I just called your friends. They saw you leave school. You're not hanging out. So where? And she hears a scream. Oh, Mom, I gotta go. Vanessa, if you hang up this phone, you will. And she hangs up because she heard a loud scream. She's like, what was that? She starts walking. She starts walking to where the way where she heard the scream. And, well, then she hides behind a tree because she hears footsteps. She sees Roger and his friends running. Just running. And they look like they're scared out of their mind. She's like, what happened? Why do they look scared? Whatever, they're just assholes. She finds a huge, creepy building. Wait, what does that sign say? Freddy Fazbear? What? Oh, that sign looks old anyways. Who could read that? I'll be right back. Sorry guys, if you heard someone call me in the background, it's my great-grandmother, so... Okay, what was that? Oh yeah, I remember. So after reading the sign, she opens up she finds the door open, so she goes in. And she's like, huh, what am I thinking? Of course this place is abandoned. So I think this is where the scream came from, I believe. So where would it be from? So she walks, goes through, looks around through all kinds of, all looks around in the rooms. Also, she does look at the soul stage, and of course, the stage is not really empty. It just shows broken down robots, a brown bear, a purple bunny, and a yellow chicken. And then she goes to this place where it looks like a prize corner. Like it has these plushies. She picks up one and she kind of thinks they're cute. And yeah, she sees the brown bear, the yellow chicken, a red wolf or a fox. She doesn't really know. And the yellow oh my god, I said yellow. Oh my god, I just forgot the color. What the hell? The, purple bunny. Like, I don't get it. Like, for some reason, he looks like, yeah, I know he's purple, but he looks like a mixture of, like a bluish purple color. So it's kind of, Because I know in FNAF 2, he's blue. So in FNAF 2, he's blue. Like, in FNAF 4, he's also blue. So, I'm getting off track, off the story. Sorry, guys. Okay. And then she also sees a greenish, like a rotten, another bunny. But it looks a little rotten. And it looks kind of green, it looked like it was yellow. Like, she can see bits of the yellow, but it looks like it was kind of just rotting away like the others, but they didn't change color. But this one did. She's like, she grabs it and she just puts it in her bag. And also, yeah, she takes the other, and she does take the other plushies, because it's not like anyone's gonna, she's thinking, well, it's not like anyone else is gonna take them, and they do look kind of cute, but I do have to probably wash them off. Okay, and yeah, she takes them. I could probably give them to my little brother. Yeah, why not? And she walks off. So, yeah. Until she finds a room which says, employees only. She opens the door, and there's a big room, and there's nothing in it. But she finds another door, where she opens the door up, and it goes downstairs. She's thinking, okay, this is kind of interesting. This kind of reminds me of one of those horror movies where the person goes downstairs and then there's this monster or something down there. Well, at least this ain't a movie or a manga, so, or an anime. So she walks down, and at first, she pulls out her flashlight. She grabs her phone and cuts on the camera. At first, she sees a bunch of boxes that are just, closed. They're not really opened. But then when she turns, she sees blood. And what she sees horrifies her. She sees Izuku inside the spring lock animatronic, crushed. She goes close and she's like, Izuku, what happened to you? She finds the blood on her. She wants to scream, but she can't. She's horrified. Then she thinks, Roger, what did he do? What the fuck did he do to him? Izuku. Her eyes are just flashing with all the memories of Izuku, all the memories she has seen ever since they were kids, ever until now. She runs. It doesn't look back. And of course, when she runs, the door slams and it automatically locks. She just runs and runs home, sneaks into her house, washes the blood off of her, and just throws her back onto the ground, just cries. She cries herself to sleep. And but when she goes to school, she acts all happy, but every time when she sees Roger and his gang, she gets pissed. She gets mad. The teacher comes and says, is Izuku Midoriya here? No one, everyone says no, he's not here. Bakugo looks and he says, Bakugo looks and says, he says it to his face, he says, that's kind of strange. And she's like, oh God. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into a year. And she just leaves. Middle school's over, she's going into high school. There's been missing posters. Her mother goes to Inko, her and her Vanessa and her mother just go to Inko to help her, because how Inko is. I think I should tell her, but if I just can't. It's too heartbreaking. Damn it. It's all my fault. No, it's not my fault why he's dead. I've been blaming myself because I couldn't stand up for those. I couldn't stand up to Roger. And no, it's his fault. Sis, are you okay? Oh, hey, Michael, I'm fine. It's nothing. But you're crying again. It's okay. Okay. I just want to know if you're okay or not. I'm fine. And then she goes into high school. Couple of days and months go by until these murders start to happen. These unexplained murders of this. People have been talking about this. People who survived or barely survived. They survived for a couple of hours and then they die. They call what they think they see is a giant robot bunny with, but all they see is those, like what looks like a robotic bunny, what looks decayed or something. She's been hearing what have been like rumors. So she gets the idea. She's good with a camera. And of course, she does have the pictures of Izuku, hidden away. So one night, she sneaks out and heads towards, and heads out. And she hears a scream. She grabs her camera and puts it on in night vision. And when she zooms in, she sees him. She sees the same animatronic Izuku was in. Izuku is alive. For some reason, she feels funny. Not sad, but joy, what she's watching. She just sees joyful for some reason. She doesn't know why. She's glad she sees Izuku, but she just seeing the guy get his head bashed in. She just feels like something warm inside of her, like something like chains are getting broken. After the guy gets killed, she runs off. But also by taking multiple pictures of, springtrap Deku. And Months will go by, she'll take more. She'll just be following Izuku every time he goes at night, whenever she finds him. Until the fateful day with... Of course, she doesn't get to see him every night because most of the time she's hanging out with her friends. But hey. But one night, she goes to, Hosu City. To have some, to hang out with some of her friends. To go hang out with one of her friends in Hosu. She goes there to hang out until there's a huge attack. Giant bird creatures with their brains exposed. Heroes trying to save people. She gets scared and she runs off. Until she sees a guy with... Until she sees the hero killer Stain. A guy who looks kind of wearing the same costume as Ingenium. With blue hair and he has, glasses. Then she sees Bakugo. And then she sees... And of course, by this whole time, when she saw the hero killer, she grabbed her video camera out, her phone out, and started to record. Because who the hell wouldn't want to record the hero killer? He is kind of famous, after all. And then Izuku comes, and, everything what happened the last episode would happen. She just records everything. And then after when it's done, she leaves. But of course, she made sure no one saw her. And, she leaves. She goes to her friend's house to hang out for the last day. And she goes home. She's like, oh, hey, Mom. She's like, oh, hey, sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna go to my... Oh, by the way, Vanessa, how was Hosu? It was pretty good. Except for the attack where the people called them the League of Villains, they attacked Hosu City, and she explained kind of what happened. She's like, oh dear, are you okay? Yeah, Mom, I'm fine. And her brother was like, wow, that was scary. Well, I have a question, sis. What is it? Why did you not go to a hero school? Yeah, well, I don't want to be a hero, Heroes are kind of bland. They don't really do anything. They might do, fight villains, but sometimes villains are not always, how can I explain this? I guess I just don't want to be a hero. Yeah, it's just something I just don't feel like doing. I guess. Oh, really? Well, when I find out what my quirk is, I want to become, when I find out what my quirk is, yeah, I'm going to become a hero. Oh, really? That's cool. Well, you're already 5 years old, but you still haven't got your quirk yet. Well, who knows? You might be quirkless. And of course, my mom's like, hey, don't say that. Well, Mom, not quirkless is... And she says it to her brother, quirkless is not a bad thing. I used to know someone who was quirkless, and he still wanted to become a hero. He would prove it to everyone if something did not happen. She's like, what do you mean? Wait, is it that Izuku guy what you have pictures of in that weird box what you keep underneath your bed? What I told you to go in my room? Sorry, sis. Whatever, I'm gonna go to sleep. But before she goes to sleep, she kind of gets a funny idea. She gets on her computer, grabs the file out of her. She downloads a file from her phone onto a computer, and she goes to she tries to go into an unknown website where she can download it, where no one would know who uploaded the video. and, it won't be traced back to her. So, she does it, and yeah, done. She goes to sleep, and she wakes up in the morning. And of course, bam, when she wakes up, it's all over the news. And she's like, wow, people really, this is, her mind, this is talking in her mind. Wow, I didn't know that, well, of course, I did know that people would like the video, but I did not realize people would go crazy for the video. Seeing the hero killer die and the heroes are just frightened. It's kind of funny, but it was done by my Izuku. Wait, did I just see that in my head? Oh God. I need to get that out of my head. I'm gonna go, Mom. I gotta go to school. Bye. Okay. So. Oh yeah, I skipped something. But before. Oh yeah, I kind of skipped over something. Did I? Okay. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back before Izuku, or Deku, Springtrap, before he went to go kill all of his went to go kill all his bullies. Before that, well, it's around the same night when Deku was going to go after the first one. Well, Vanessa has been creating a mask to get her revenge. And she does. She creates this mask. Of course, it does take a while, and yeah, it does take a while to make, and where it can fit over her face. After she's done making it, she goes to the first she sneaks out of her, she sneaks out of her house, and what happens is this. She sneaks out of her house, she heads down some streets, couple miles, and she ends up to the boy with the wings. Sneaks into his house, he's like, ugh, huh? What was that? And what he sees is this. Hello, fat ass. Who the hell are you? You can call me Vanny. He gets he gets sliced. And said, don't kill me. But before she can finish the job, she hears a noise, clanking noise. At first she thinks it's someone like a hero, or his parents. So she jumps out of the way into the shadows, and she watches. But what she sees is like, well, look at it, look who it is. Wait, Izuku, how are you alive? How am I alive? That's kinda what you wanna know, huh? It's very simple. I came back because I want revenge. Grabs him by the neck, grabs him by his wings, rips his wings off, and just stomps on his face, and he leaves. And Vanessa, she's like, wow, that was brutal. I might need to do some more. So she heads to all, couple more nights. She heads to all the other bullies, slashes them, and every time when she's about to kill them, Izuku always gets there and kills them. Even if they look like they were been played with, or slashed around, cuts. he just kills them until one night she tries to go after Roger, but she's there too late. When she gets there, she sees Roger get his neck snapped. Gets murdered. His neck snapped. So let's get back to the present. So she leaves. So she leaves school. She leaves home and she gets to school. But when she goes to open her bag, what she finds is one thing. She finds the mask. She finds the mask in her bag. So she grabs it and just puts it, she puts her gym clothes on top of it where no one can find it. She takes her textbooks out and she just has a really good time. She does school, hangs out with her friends, and And of course, she does get asked out by some guys. She's like, no, I'm not interested. And until, everyone's talking about Roger's funeral and all that. She's like, oh my god, he died and everyone's sad? He was an asshole to everyone. Whatever. She gets home and her mom says, oh, sweetie, we're going to Roger's funeral. She's like, why? Why are we going to his funeral? Well, I'm friends with his mother. And y'all two were also childhood friends. Yeah, we were friends until he became a huge dick. Sweetie, I know you don't like him, and I know you hate him. But he can't be that bad of a guy. He bullied a quirk. What? He bullied Izuku a lot. I know. And of course, wait. I know what you say what he did, but yeah, I know. So she goes to the funeral, and everyone's talking about good things, how he was a good student, how he was a nice guy and all that. She was about to go up there and talk and about to say something. And also, of course, Inka was there, Mitsuki, Bakugo was there, Bakugo goes up there and said, yeah, he was my friend. And no, he wasn't a nice guy. He was an asshole. Yeah, I was an asshole too. I was a dick. Me and him we bullied. He basically goes with the whole thing how he bullied Izuku when they were younger. And he stopped. And of course he stopped because what Izuku said to him, and it got to him, so he stopped going towards Izuku. He just left him alone and all that. So, but of course Roger kept on bullying him even until he went missing. And and when everyone hears that, everyone's shocked like crazy. Vanessa's like, and if it wasn't for Izuku, if it wasn't for Deku, I wouldn't changed what he said to me. Because of what he said, I changed. And yes, I'm a student at UA, but that doesn't. But I want to become a hero to protect all people like he would have. I want to become a hero what he wanted to be because Izuku wanted to be a hero. And yes, I thought it was a fucking dumb idea. He was quirkless for God's sake. But he had more heroism than I did. Even if he didn't have a quirk. Whatever. I'm going. And he goes off. The ceremony's over, you know, blah, blah. Vanessa gets home. You know, Vanessa gets home, she's thinking, wow, I didn't expect that from Bakugo Katsuki. Wow, that's something. So, I think it's about time I should go and meet with. I think it's about time I should go. So, this is where I'm going to end off this video. So, see ya guys later.